Boom! We are live, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to the Life as a Chad YouTube channel. And I thank all of you for being here, wherever you may be. And of course, however you may be listening. So, I believe this happened yesterday. I'm going to see if I can find some footage. And that is, of course, on or regarding Florida Governor Ron DeSantis announcing his bid for presidency. And to me, I was holding out some hope, selfishly, that he would not put his hat into the running. And it just shows how manipulatable these candidates are, because I think if Ron were to truthfully look at it, and I think most people can agree with this, if Ron were to objectively look at it and ask himself, okay, do I have a legitimate shot at winning either the Republican nominee and the presidency at large? Okay, maybe, better chance than most. Okay, fair. Do I have a better chance of, but I'm certainly not the favorite. Do I have a better chance down the line when when I get more popular, when certain things occur, when certain individuals step down, things like that? Overall, I think the answer by and large would be no. The best thing to do would be to continue to be a solid governor of Florida, be patient, and do this, for 4 years from now, at least until Trump is done. And now, of course, there would be those who say, well, there's no time like the present. He needs to get the practice now. And, who knows where Ron will be in 4 years. He has to capitalize on whatever momentum he has. Okay, fair enough. I think, though, objectively, the answer would be no. This is not the best time for him to move forth. And it just shows, because we have been, and the reason why I'm saying this is not only because of that, it's also because we have been seeing for months, the Republican establishment pushing, thwarting, just him, just really getting him out there at the expense of Trump most times. And you see that, and you also ask the question, well, is this the best time? Is this the best thing for him? And you come out the other side and you're like, well, damn, that just shows how much power these people on this side have, because they can basically make him run whether or not he's ready. And it's the best time for him. And the reason why I said selfishly why I would want him to wait is because, to me, the perfect scenario would be Trump wins, and then after Trump wins, we have Ron DeSantis. And now I think it's going to be an either or. I think either Ron rises to the occasion and can compete with the Don, or he does not. Don takes him through the ringer, and Ron, we can never recover from it. Much like Marco Rubio, much like Ted Cruz. I mean, think about how many candidates went through the process against Trump only to come out the other side as, in most people's eyes, not even coming close to envisioning them as presidential candidates, legitimate presidential candidates, because Trump exposed their weaknesses, especially Marco Rubio. Golly, man, Marco Rubio was exposed way back when. So, selfishly, for what's best for America and just in general, the best situation would be for Ron to remain unscathed, continue to be Florida governor, and then Trump wins, and then Ron can go after that, and Trump endorses him and catapults Ron forward. But of course, we can't get that. So Ron announced that he is running for president officially, and that's the main thing that I wanted to discuss in this video is his Twitter space. And I'm going to see if I can find some footage of it. So it's going to be hard for me to find the Twitter space without, just going directly to the Twitter space and, sifting through all of the bullshit. But I found this is like the first thing that pops up if you YouTube search Ron DeSantis Twitter space, and this is just some local channel. And oh shoot, dang it, let's listen to what they had to say on this. It's kind of this chick's response is fucking hilarious. Here we go. Let me share the sound here. And then I will react. And the bottom line is, if you want to go see the Twitter space, just go and check it out on your own. And because frankly, I hate it when sometimes when footage is added into the video and the person who's doing the video, their opinion kind of filters my initial thoughts on it. I want you truly to just watch it yourself first and then come to an opinion. But let's listen to this
announcement. Janine. We are here at the Four Seasons in Miami, where we're told about 200 people gathered to raise money for Governor Ron DeSantis. That Twitter announcement was supposed to be at about 6 o'clock tonight. It was full of technical glitches. Some people called that a disaster. The governor said it was a good thing.
The governor said it was a good thing. She goes, the governor said it was a good thing. Fuck, bro. That is hilarious. Let's watch that shit again. Fuck.
Sir, the governor said it was a good thing.
We had a huge...
That's gonna fucking trigger my asthma. I'm asthmatic, bro. Fuck. The way she said, fuck, the way she said that was like her Midwestern twang came in. The governor said it was a good thing, and then her two big ass teeth kind of came through. All right, let's listen to this. And of course, Fox News is the Republican establishment. Make no mistake about it. When Trump was president, the only reason why Fox News had any positive coverage of him is because they knew that their ratings would suffer greatly if they did not. But deep down, they are establishment supporters, always have been. And if you remember, never forget this, back in 2015, Fox News was totally on the side of the Republican establishment, doing everything they could to thwart President Trump from winning the Republican presidential nomination.
Audience, it did. It was the biggest they'd ever had. It did break the Twitter space.
Governor Ron DeSantis on Fox News, talking up his technically challenged announcement on Twitter Space.
Talking up his technically challenged Twitter space. Fuck, I'm asthmatic. Yeah, I agree, bro. I mean, it was I'll react more to it after this. Let's just play a little bit more of this.
This is with Elon Musk that he's running for president.
What would you like to tell them?
Well, I am running for president of the United States.
That Twitter live stream was rife with audio problems at first.
Ouch! Fuck, bro. That sounds bad.
That Twitter live.
Damn.
Well, I am running for president of the United States.
What would you like to tell them?
Well, I am running for president of the United States.
That Twitter live stream was rife with audio problems.
Okay, so there you have it. I don't want to get fucking copyright stricken here, but that sounds terrible. And I listened to more of it. The bottom line is, here's my analysis of it. DeSantis he's not Trump. He doesn't have the same strengths that Trump does, that the Don has. And the only way that, you know, I listened to what Nick Fuentes had to say on this matter earlier today, and I completely agree with him. The only way that you can be successful in a Twitter space or a fucking avenue like a Twitter space, okay, a means of communication like Twitter space, with no visuals, with no music, with no hype, is to have, like your boy, a radio, just charismatic, supreme voice that people can go, damn, that's Ron right there. That's Ronnie right there. And it sounds pleasing, and it's just beautiful to hear. Ron is not that guy. Now the strengths that he does have, I think he's a decently okay looking guy. I think he's probably better looking than Donald Trump is, extensively. I think most people would agree with that. And so what they should have done is played to his strengths. They should have absolutely had him on video so that they could have cut it up and reworked it later in clips that would be spread to the masses. But when you only do an audio, there's no possible way for you to hype it up. There's no possible way for you to improve it once it's done. Audio is audio. There's no way to enhance that. And it was choppy. It was muddled. It was slow. It was lethargic. It was boring. There was no hype music. And that's something Donald Trump does really fucking well, is he knows how to play to the audience. He knows how to entertain. He has it when it comes to being out in front of the public. And the Don would never make a mistake like that. I remember this, I think this was 5 years ago when, and I probably would be able to find it if I was looking for it. This is back when I watched, before school, when I would watch sports shows. And I was a fan of The Herd with Colin Cowherd. And I remember he did a segment on Donald Trump and why Donald Trump defeated Ted Cruz. And I thought it was beautifully stated and very well articulated. And in a nutshell, and he showed the side-by-side with the awkwardness in presentation of Ted Cruz and the genius of Donald Trump in his stage presence, and how everything was calculated and just visually pleasing. You go all the way down from his hot fucking smoking wife to his hot fucking smoking daughter. He always looks super sharp with his American flag pin, his red tie, and it's the signature Don look. And that's exactly what exists today. What Colin Cowherd talked about back then is exactly what exists now, and is the primary difference between Donald Trump and Ron DeSantis. And I don't know why they thought this was a good idea. My guess is that there was the only way that I can think of Ron DeSantis agreeing to this, agreeing to some fucking shenanigans like this, is if there was some sort of donation involved. You come on to the Twitter space, advertise our Twitter space, and have it become a mainstay in presidential announcements here moving forward. Be the first person who did a Twitter space, and we'll give you a donation to your campaign or something like that. If that's legal, I don't know. I would guess that that's the only way. I would hope that that's the only way he would agree to some bullshit like that, quite frankly. So it just was not good. It was boring. It was choppy. It was frustrating. It was annoying. And honestly, the thing is, I think most people would hear my assessment and think that I'm a big Trump fan and not a fan of DeSantis. Ultimately, I'm America first, and I just want what's best for American citizens. And I have an open mind. I'm open to DeSantis changing my mind that he is the correct guy. As of now, I don't think he is compared to Trump. But when it comes to objectively analyzing his presidential election announcement, I think I can take a step back and objectively say whether it was good or not. Now, I will say I think it's great that he was creative and innovative and imaginative in doing a Twitter space. It took a certain amount of balls to take a risk like that. But again, ultimately it was a fail. And even if you can say, well, that was creative, that was innovative, that was, man, he took a big chance, he's got balls of steel. Even if you could say all those things, but ultimately it was a fail in the actual presentation of it and how people received it, well, then it's a fail. Because, you know, Ron, at the end of the day, does not, and here is my biggest critique of it. Ron does not have the same name recognition as Donald Trump. Somebody like Donald Trump could do something like this and get away with it. However, Ron DeSantis, that is what he's up against when it comes to going against Don, is the name recognition. How do you make your name more recognizable by appearing on a Twitter space in which nobody can see your face? There are people who cannot listen along, who are shut out because of technical difficulties and cannot listen to it live. It goes to somebody else's channel midway through the stream, but it's hidden, so only a certain amount of people can watch it, and the fucking server doesn't go down. How does your name become more recognizable with all of those things happening? How? So I think it was a fail. That is the bottom line. And we'll see how it transpires. Like I said, I am open to DeSantis changing my mind. But as of now, I would lean towards Trump. I think it's Trump. I think Trump is the only guy, the only candidate, the only individual, both on the left and the right, who we can have any hope in saving this fucking country. And that's just the bottom line. Again, I'm open to Ron changing my mind on that. I think he's done a lot of great things in Florida that if he was able to do as president down the line, if he did win president, would be amazing things as well. But as of now, especially with the support that he has from a certain country overseas, I'm skeptical. The other thing I wanted to slightly mention is, I don't know if you guys have seen it, but BLM is in the red. They have gone bankrupt, and it's not a surprise. I'll probably do a separate video on it. It's not a surprise. It was an organization stealing from the public 100% since day one. They were thieves from day one. And it's just so sad that in America, it is not more widely understood when something like that is presented, that it's bullshit. It's very sad, and it's scary that more people on a broad level do not see that right away and say, no, that's dumb. So I think I'm going to do a separate video on that, but they are bankrupt. I thought it would be interesting to mention that. Not surprised. Here, I think I want to pull up this video here. So here we go. This channel is John Talks, a great channel. 2020 was the year America embraced Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter may be the largest movement in U.S. history. Yes, it was all a lie. It was all a lie. Fucking great. All right, guys, like, comment, share, subscribe, support a fellow king out. Yeah, crazy stuff, guys. This country has a lot of craziness going on. BLM, $8.5 million in debt. And Ron DeSantis decides to run for president. All right, guys, see you guys next time. DBAP, don't be a pussy who alone. Facts are feelings, because your feelings just don't matter. See you kings next time. Peace.